And I'm Choi Lin. Now the Pennington County Sheriff is calling certain online posts, quote, irresponsible. We told you on Wednesday about two missing men from the Pine Ridge Reservation, who the tribe's Department of Emergency Management Director says are presumed dead. Now the Oglala Sioux tribe has approved a $25,000 reward for information leading to the location of 23-year-old Robert R.J. Kills Enemy and 25-year-old Vincent Steve Little Dog. They were last seen on December 27th north of Manderson and haven't made any contact since then. A release from the tribe says the families of the missing men put the average daily number of search volunteers at around 70. Call Willeen Kills Enemy at 605-899-0924 or Garfield Steele at 605-407-8361 with any information. The Rapid City man accused in a fatal hit-and-run accident last month pleads not guilty today in the 7th Circuit Court. 25-year-old Zachary Fagora pleaded not guilty to charges of vehicular homicide in the death of Joseph Martinez, hit-and-run with injury, and driving under the influence. He's accused of hitting and killing a pedestrian in the area of East Boulevard North and East North Street back on December 6th. Police say Fagora left the scene and was arrested shortly later on Spruce Street. Prosecutors say he's a habitual offender after a previous ingestion of a controlled substance conviction. If they can prove that and Fagora is convicted of all charges, he faces up to 31 years in prison. He's due back in court next month. So Nick, today started off with some snow, but then it kind of got more sunnier and sunnier throughout the day.
Yeah, it did, but now it's starting to get very cold. What can we expect for the weekend? Let's find out by asking meteorologist David Stradley. David?
Thank you, David. As the cold temperatures hit the Black Hills, the Pennington County Fire Administration is reminding people in the winter there's often an increase in structural fires. Pennington County Fire Administrator Jerome Harvey says nationally there's an increase in home fires in December, January, and February. People can often prevent these fires by making sure any heat-producing appliance is not plugged into a power strip. Those appliances should be plugged into the wall outlet one at a time. Another crucial component is making sure not to overload any electrical outlets or power strips.
Just an increase as far as stuff that produces heat. It's colder temperatures. People may not take the time to check that. They may be more concerned about staying in the house and not taking that extra time to just check on these simple things.
Harvey says this is also a good time to check the batteries in your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detector. Affordable housing is a constant issue in many areas, including Rapid City. Many organizations are looking to tackle the problem, and as our Cali Montana tells us, two groups have been awarded grants to help.
Thank you, Callie. Well, still ahead tonight on Black Hills Fox News at 9. For one Midwestern couple, a routine road trip turned into a battle for survival.
Now, 45 years later, Robert and Levana Radke recount their ordeal and how it changed their lives forever. That story is after the break right here on Black Hills Fox News at 9. A local couple. Coming up, a new protein trend is sweeping the globe. It's good for you. It's good for the planet. A local couple was stranded on the road for 43 hours in a severe snowstorm 45 years ago. I went to speak to the Radkes and learn about how they survived. January 10th, 1975. 20-something newlyweds Robert and Levana Radke were driving to Tracy, Minnesota from Sioux Falls. It was snowing, but Robert kept driving because he needed to go to a National Guard meeting on Saturday.
About noon, and it went from 10 miles visibility down to that far.
Unable to see, Robert stopped the car on the side of the road. After this short stop, the car wouldn't start again.
And the wind was howling like 50, 60 miles an hour, so we thought we'd shelter down for the night, Friday night being probably it.
But that wasn't it. It's now known as the Great Storm of 1975.
And then Saturday morning came and it was the same. and couldn't get out. And I spotted a mailbox in my side mirror, so we took a chance. We walked up that driveway, but the further you walked, the deeper it got. It got about this deep, and we turned around and went back to the car. So I sat in the front and blocked the hole with my back and coat for Saturday and Sunday.
The blizzard stopped. Then they heard a noise.
It was the guy coming out of that driveway. We said, this is it, our chance. So we couldn't move now, so I dove out of the hole and landed on the ground, and he stopped and
Saved our life.
saved our lives.
They were later airlifted to a hospital in St. Paul.
My mother said that's the first time she saw my father cry. You know?
Yeah. The doctor said, you know, we're going to have to amputate those arms too. And the other doctor said, let's wait a day or two. And thank God we started having movement.
Lavana was amputated below her knees and was able to get fitted for prosthetic legs. But Robert's amputation was above knees. Doctors didn't think he could walk again.
If my wife's gonna walk, I'm gonna walk.
And he did. Robert and Lavana walked together for decades until, for health issues, Robert had to stop wearing prosthetics and be in a wheelchair. Even so, they're living their life to the fullest, and they have this to say.
All you can expect of oneself is to keep trying.
Please don't give up.
Reporting in Rapid City, I'm Choi Lin.
That's an absolutely amazing story you just did.
Yeah.
Looks really good. All right, well, still to come, tired of firing up the stove and washing the dishes? Well, why not go out for dinner?
Well, check the delicious deals offered at some of the Rapid City's best restaurants during the 5th annual Downtown Restaurant Week. That's after the break. David, coming up, one study sounds the alarm regarding alcohol-related deaths. So, David, earlier today I was out and it was snowing and it wasn't very cold, but now it's very cold.
Yeah, we have temperatures in the single digits, the wind chill below zero. It is not comfortable whatsoever, so you're going to want to bundle up. I actually stepped outside after first weather and all the cars are already frosted over, so we're either going to start them early or scrape off the frost before we're heading out after work tonight. So we do see on time-lapse camera, we had a little bit of sunshine.
Alcohol-related deaths in the U.S. are increasing at an alarming rate. And according to a new study, some members of the population may be more vulnerable to this rise than others. Mindy Gaithers explains in tonight's Your Health Minute. And we'll be right back with your travel weather after the break. The Dow sets another record as gas prices inch upward. Plus, when it comes to unemployment numbers, a steady start for 2020. Fox Business Network's Connell McShane has the scoop in tonight's Fox Means Business Report. And the Rapid City Stevens girls basketball team looked to stay undefeated through 8 games. Those stories and more when we come back with Black Hills Fox Sports.
All right, excellent stuff there, Patrick. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with entertainment news and a little bit more weather.
A swift exit for 2 members of Britain's royal family, plus a real-life legal drama inspires moviegoers across the country.
And this comic book anti-hero speaks loudly and carries a big hammer. David Daniel books a ticket to Gotham in tonight's Hollywood Minute. Well, it sounds like they're taking it all in stride over there across the pond.
Well, I have to say wax figures. Like, would you want a wax figure of yourself?
Nope.
Yeah.
If Patrick had a wax figure, it better have that blue suit jacket.
I've got one in my house
Do you really?
of me.
With the jacket?
Yep.
That's perfect.
Oh my. All right, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night.